continue chatting about Halloween. Yeah, because guess what? Halloween is tomorrow. You got it. So, we are going to read our book, and then we're going to talk about some key details that we hear in the book. Now, you've heard this book a couple of times, so I want to know, what do you know about Halloween? What do you remember about Halloween? And remember, tomorrow we have a fall party, so if you want to wear your costumes, you sure can. Hopefully, you'll have a fall party in your afternoon, buddy. Ooh, I see you pointing to pumpkin and carved pumpkins. You guys painted pumpkins last week, didn't you? You'll have to take those home today so you can put them out on your doorstep for Halloween tomorrow. All right. Who can tell me, what are we talking about this week? What holiday are we talking about? We are talking about Halloween. You got it, absolutely. That is our topic. What are we talking about? Show me again. Halloween. That is the topic this week. That is why we have Halloween in the middle of our web, right? Here's my picture for Halloween. I'll add it. Then we're going to talk about what details did we hear about in the story. Let's talk about some other keywords we hear in our book, Halloween. We have yes, costume. Costume. We see lots of different costumes in our Halloween story. Costume. We talk about how people might go trick or treating. You might go trick or treating. That's where you put on your costume. You go to doors and you go knock, 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 or ring the doorbell and say trick or treat. Nice job. Yes, you might say trick or treat. Here are some things that are a part of Halloween, right, Jelly Bean? Halloween. Ooh, a ghost. Maybe we'll see a ghost in our story. What's this, Jillian? Okay. Yes. We can see. Your turn, William. I see pumpkins. Yeah, we see pumpkins in here. You painted them. If you're here in the afternoon, we described our pumpkins. Pumpkins are a part of Halloween. Another part of Halloween, backward, is candy corn. Is a type of candy. Absolutely. We read about how candy corn is one of the most popular candies. Candy corn is the one, but lots of candy is given out at Halloween. If you go trick-or-treating, you're probably going to get candy. Or you might get little toys. Okay, let's read our story. I want you to be thinking about what details do you hear in the story, because that is what we will be talking about after reading the story. Halloween. Remember, our title gives us a clue as to what our book is about. So we know that this book is going to be about Halloween. There it is. But remember, pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns are a part of Halloween. Ready to learn. Halloween fun! Friends, I see kids dressed up in... What are they wearing? They're ready to trick or treat. What are they wearing? They are wearing costumes. trick or treating. Parties, games, and lots of eating. Halloween just can't be beat. It's a holiday that's one big treat. Jillian told me that it looks like they're ready to go trick or treating. She was pretending to hold the basket just like this friend is, and she pointed to trick or treat because you can tell that they have their costumes on, they have their buckets for the candy. They look like they are ready to go trick or treating.
Jillian, do you go trick or treating?
Bat.
There, that is a bat. Jillian, Miss Michaela asked you, do you go trick or treating? Yes or no? Yes.
Letters you're doing.
Jillian goes trick or treating. On Thursday, you guys will have to tell us if you went trick or treating or not. If you go trick or treating, it's hard when you can't eat any of the candy. Ghost. You had said ghost. You remembered that ghosts are in the story. Here's some kids dressed up as ghosts. They are wearing a ghost costume. Ghosts and goblins, pumpkins too, black cats, bats, and witches brew. In October, have you seen all these things on Halloween? October is a month. Can you find October? Because that's kind of an important detail about Halloween. It doesn't happen in June. It doesn't happen in January. It happens in October. October. Jack-o'-lantern is an idea about October. That is a month, Jelly Bean. October, yes. Halloween is in. Hey, are you following directions quickly? You need to go to months, just like you do with your calendar. Months. That's not it. Yep, not in action. Ooh, I hear you talking about October. Yeah. Halloween is in October. Ooh, and remember, tomorrow Mrs. Starkey is going to give you a little bingo sheet, and I want you to be looking to see if you see any of these things tomorrow. Do you see any ghosts, or black cats, or bats, or witches, or pumpkins, or candy? Trick or treat. What's the best part about Halloween? Most kids would say trick or treating. If you go trick or treating, you might say that's the best part of Halloween. Going door to door for candy is lots of fun. So remember, you can walk around your neighborhood, you can walk up to doors and go knock, 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 or ring the doorbell. Good job, Peyton. And then when the door opens, you can say, trick or treat. Yeah. Ooh, Jillian said candy corn earlier. Look, there's a bunch of candy corn. Candy corn is a popular Halloween treat. It was first made more than 100 years ago. What's your favorite Halloween candy? There are lots of different types of candy. What's yours? Skittles. Miss Michaela likes Skittles. I'm more of a Snickers fan myself. You'll have to be thinking about what kind of Twix are pretty good. Yeah, all of them.
All the candy.
Keep on talking about candy. Friends, tomorrow you'll have to tell me what you like to eat for candy. Or maybe some special treats that Mom makes for you. Keep your hands down. Yeah, thank you. Costumes. Remember, costumes are a big part of Halloween.
2 more to do.
What will you be for Halloween? I can't wait to see what your costumes are. I know, I'm so excited too, Jillian. Will you be silly or scary? Something real or make-believe? You can be almost anything. How about a shark? Dress up as a shark. A bat. You could dress up as a bat. A circus clown. Or a ghost. Those are just some ideas. Ooh, witch is another one. We read about witches later on in this book, don't we? Oh. The pumpkin patch. Nice job. You might go to the pumpkin patch. Do you know where pumpkins come from? Like Jillian said, a pumpkin patch. Yeah. You can go to the pumpkin patch and pick pumpkins. Go to the apple orchard for apples. Go to the pumpkin patch for pumpkins. A pumpkin grows from a seed. William and Jillian, you know lots about this. You've been talking about it. First, a vine grows from the seed. Next, the vine grows fruit. Pumpkin fruit, that is. We've been reading about how pumpkins can be big or small. They can be round and wide or tall and skinny. We have pumpkins that are small and big, and we have one that is round and wide and another one that is tall and skinny. You'll have to look at the pumpkins for those describing words. Jack-o'-lanterns. Have you guys carved any jack-o'-lanterns at your house? Mrs. Starkey has. I just did a regular old jack-o'-lantern face. Ooh, a bat. Well, these are all just jack-o'-lantern faces. You can do lots of different carvings. You can make a jack-o'-lantern. Draw a funny face on a pumpkin. Ask an adult to carve it for you. Remember, you have to use a sharp knife to open up a pumpkin, so you need some help from an adult. Then place a light inside. Do you see these? These pumpkins have been carved, and they have a light inside of them, so then people can see it glowing at night. We carve pumpkins in America, but jack-o'-lanterns started in Ireland. People there carved turnips, beets, or potatoes. They had to work with what they had, friends. That's what they had. Painting pumpkins. You guys painted pumpkins. You can paint a pumpkin for Halloween. Pumpkin faces can be silly or serious. They can be scary or friendly. You can paint monsters, a pirate, or even a puppy. 6 Halloween facts. Each pumpkin has about 500 seeds. You guys, that is a lot of seeds. Most parents say they eat candy from their kids' Halloween bags. So if you go trick-or-treating, watch out for your candy bag. The most popular costumes are witches, princesses, and superheroes. The world's largest pumpkin had to be lifted by a tractor. Remember, pumpkins can be big or small, and this pumpkin was really big. Half of Americans decorate their homes for Halloween. Pumpkins can be orange, red, green, yellow, blue, tan, or white. Look at the picture for the different colors of pumpkins. Yeah. Right, William? Look at the pumpkins. Thank you. They can be lots of different colors. The ones we have are orange, unless they were painted lots of different colors. A spooky home. Do Do you guys have any homes that are decorated spooky in your neighborhood?
We're gonna see.
Give trick-or-treaters a creepy welcome on Halloween night. Here are some ideas. So they put spider webs over their bushes. They have a witch that ran into the tree. They must be playing spooky music. You can decorate your doorstep with black paper bats. And you might hang a skeleton or a ghost in the windows.
Yep, it's away.
That makes it spooky. Some people like things to be spooky on Halloween. Alright, we're going to read this page and then we're going to talk about some things that we learned about in this book about Halloween. First, Halloween. Halloween tradition started in ancient times. People dressed in costumes. They lit fires. They believed this would scare away ghosts. October 31st was later called All Hallows Eve. That's how we got the name Halloween.
We're already at colors.
All right,
Red.
let's talk about.
I see.
All right, so Mrs. Starkey is going to show you two pictures. You are going to tell me which one is something we read about in our story.
In the fall, we see.
All right. So in our book, when we talked about Halloween, did we learn that people go trick-or-treating door to door on Halloween to get candy?
And drink.
Or did we learn the solar system is made up of planets? Show me on your board, which one did we talk about?
We are
Halloween is about. Nice job. Yeah, I like how you're pretending to hold your basket. Absolutely. Trick or treating. We didn't read about planets in this book. No, but we read about how people can go trick or treating. That is a detail that we learned about Halloween. Here's our next one. Halloween is celebrated in October, or you can see animals at the zoo. Which one did we read about in this story? You might have to use your devices for this one. Tell me. Halloween is celebrated in October or zoo? You can see animals at the zoo. What did we read about?